Make your money stack.
Hey guys, welcome back to The Beat Stop. My name's Alice. Today we're going to be talking about sustainability within festivals and different events. Last October, I went to ADE, Amsterdam Dance Event, which is one of the world's largest dance music festival conferences. A section of that conference that I went to was all about ADE Green. So basically what they discussed was they had different conference panels and Q&A discussions with industry leaders in sustainable events. One of the last and largest panels at the conference and discussions was about the idea of a circular economy. And basically what this means is a festival is fully sustainable, not only within itself, but within the community that it's in. So at ADE, while I was there, after they finished discussing the idea of actually being a fully sustainable festival, they had over 20 different festivals from different countries all come up and sign what was called the Green Deal. Basically what this deal means is that all these 20-something festivals are promising to be 100% fully sustainable by the year 2025. The leader in these festivals that signed the Green Deal was a festival called Digital. It's a large techno festival that started in the Netherlands, and they are promising to be fully sustainable by, I think, 2021 or 2022. Some of the ways that they're doing this is through having one eco-friendly porta potties. Sounds interesting, but they do exist, and it's not something a lot of festivals use. Believe it or not, these eco-friendly porta potties basically use the process of decomposition. So all the waste goes into it and it starts decomposing. From that, 90% of that waste is made of water, and all that water evaporates back into the atmosphere, thus recycling the water use that is used throughout the festival. And then all the solid waste goes and is used as a fertilizer, either in a local garden or at some communities nearby. And then another very important part of the way that they've become very sustainable already is through their use of a reusable cup. So basically when you walk into Digital, you're given a token. This token gives you access to one reusable cup that you're supposed to hold on to for the entirety of the festival. Basically, if you lose or throw that cup on the ground, you're supposed to buy a new one. This basically encourages the attendees to reuse their cup, and then when the cup is returned back to them, they get that token back. So if you don't want to hold on to your cup, you can return your token and just hold on to a token. It's as simple as that, and just that little change makes the festival so much more sustainable and eliminates so much of that plastic waste. So another festival I learned about while I was at AD was a smaller festival called the Department Festival. The Department Festival is a smaller festival that takes place in both Stockholm and Copenhagen, and they have already become the world's first climate positive festival. Basically what this means is they aren't necessarily fully sustainable upon themselves, but they reduced their emissions, and the emissions that they do use, they combat by donating to different rainforest organizations and projects to not only stop deforestation, but also to absorb the gases that they release into the atmosphere. So basically in 2017, when Department Festival started their mission of trying to become the world's first climate positive festival, they have calculated 70% of the festival's total emissions and waste is by the choices that the attendees make. They focused in on reducing the festival's emissions by more than half, just simply by encouraging the attendees to take public transportation to the festival. So for the 2020 season, what can you do? What can you and I do to make the festivals here at home more sustainable and try and catch up with what all the amazing European festivals are already doing and promising? So first of all, I'd just like to say a big impact, according to Department Festival, is the transportation you take to the festival itself. If you're going to a festival that's close to you, maybe take a train, maybe take a bus. There's lots of different options depending on where you are. And there's websites such as Flixbus. I use them a lot in Europe. And they can take you from city to city for literally like $16 if you plan ahead enough in time. And also, if you are gonna take a car, carpool. Fill up the car with as many people as you possibly can, rather than just driving all by yourself to a festival and having other people in a different car, and it will definitely lessen the impact. Second of all, try and make sustainable food choices when you're at the festival. Of course, not all of us can try and be vegan. It's definitely difficult to do, but if you have the opportunity to maybe, let's say you're eating pizza, maybe get a veggie pizza instead of a pepperoni pizza. Or maybe if you see an organic food stand, maybe go there. Just do whatever you can that lessens the impact, and maybe try not to take as many napkins if you don't need them all. And then lastly, as digital has already done, is about conquering the waste problem of festivals. So when you're at a festival, maybe try and reuse your cup. Maybe try and find a recycle place rather than just throwing them on the ground. Honestly, you can even take your cups home. So there's so many different options that you can do just to make yourself more sustainable at a festival. A lot of us don't realize the impact that a festival has, but there's a huge ecological footprint of every festival we attend. Anything from our transportation all the way to the festival, even to the waste we throw on the ground, has an impact on the environment. And I think that's something important to recognize and a good topic of discussion to have. It's all these small choices that we make that, I know, as cheesy as it sounds, makes a huge impact on the environment, and it's something that we need to start focusing on, just talking about how we can make the impact of the festival less on the environment. And I think it's something cool to think about. Throw a comment down in the comments below about tips and tricks maybe you do to make a more eco-friendly impact on the environment at music festivals. Make sure you hit like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching The Beat Stop. My name's Alice. We'll see you next time.
Got me